We're on a ferry now. We're still at the harbor here in Java, but going to go to Sumatra, to the other side, to continue on the bus trip to Dumai, and then from there to Melaka, another ferry. John chapter 18, verse 10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Okay, so remember they came, I gave you lots of explanations how Jesus could have gone away if he wanted to. He did not. He waited for them. He asked them, "Are you searching?" They said to him, he did not put Peter forward, push Peter forward to take his place, kind of idea. They fell down because they said, "I am he." He waited for them to recover. And after all of this, Jesus saying, "No, let my men go, so the words will be fulfilled," which he said. And Peter, as a reaction to this, he drew out his sword and he cut off someone. Maybe he thought if he starts this, then there might be people on that side, people on this side, or whatever who will. It's nighttime, there's going to be like a cacophony of stuff. They might not be able to understand, you know, in this whole mess. Maybe by as well cutting off somebody then ear is, and it's like a bank robbery gone wrong. But hopefully in this madness of everything going wrong, they can kind of slip out, right? So maybe this is what Peter had in mind, exactly what, because later on we're going to see Peter's going to run away immediately, kind of, right, and going to deny it. So it's not as if, but I think maybe he was just, well, Peter being Peter, in one way, okay, just impulsively reacting, but another way maybe thinking of the fact that if there's now going to be pandemonium, right, it's nighttime, it's pandemonium, blood, this guy being shouting, etc., that maybe, right, that just maybe they will be able to sneak out. Okay, and this guy's servant, it was a servant of the high priest. Why is this important? Because to whom the story was written. It was written to original readers, the high priest and the other religious leaders. So they would know this guy. They would have been able to go and speak with this guy, okay, with Malchus, and ask him, did this really happen? How? And what happened to, like, because we know from Luke, Jesus then healed his ear, kind of. So how? So it is name, and the fact that as well gives this name. If this is just a servant, and this is 30, 40 years later, as some claim this book was written, even conservatives like saying 30 years, maybe 40 years later, then Malchus, the name of Malchus at that stage would have been kind of, it's just a servant. Like, it's not, except he was played a huge role in the church, and we don't read about him in Acts or anything like that as if he was playing this huge role. I mean, he disappears out of history. Okay, so that ought not to be a reason for why they would then name him. The actual thing, I think, for me, that makes logical sense is the fact that this just happened, and they can go to Malchus. They know who's Malchus. They know he's our servant, and we can ask him what happened, right? So that is, again, for me, more proof that this was written at a very, very, very early date. And I mean, really, if you put all of this together, I don't know. I know there's was it Eusebius who said that this was kind of written at a later stage because this is kind of when they found the book, kind of idea. But if you write the story to someone who doesn't want the story to come out, okay, so then the story, they got the book, but now they don't want to get that book out because of their negativity, or it is written in such a way so that for now it's just for them. They can think about it, whatever. And it's only after the fall of Jerusalem then maybe that they had no that power anymore to keep it hidden, that it came out. Okay, so that as well can clearly explains why maybe they in a later stage only saw it later.